Inside the AHSAA, your weekly look inside Alabama High School athletics, hosted by Luke Robinson. Brought to you by Coke, Alpha, Encore Rehabilitation, Edmondson Screen Printing, Wilson Sporting Goods, Russell Athletics, AL.com, and South Point Bank. Welcome to the Alabama High School Athletic Association's weekly update, heard exclusively on the AHSAA radio network. I'm Luke Robinson, and I'll be bringing you this week's top stories from the AHSAA. Bayside Academy volleyball coach Ann Schilling is among the 21 high school coaches from across the country selected for the 2010 National Coaches of the Year by the National Federation of State High School Associations, Coaches Association. The NFHS, which has been recognizing coaches through an awards program since 1982, honors coaches in the top 10 girls sports and top 10 boys sports, and in one other category that is not included in these 20 categories. Winners of the NFHS awards must be active coaches during the year in which they receive their award. This year's awards recognize coaches for the 2009-2010 school year. Schilling, who guided Bayside to a state record 9th straight championship last season, was named the National Volleyball Coach of the Year. The Lady Admirals have won the last three 3A state championships at the AHSAA Elite 8 state tournament at Pelham Convention Center and 6 straight 2A state crowns from 2002 to 2006. Coaching Bayside to 16 of its state record 19 state titles, Schilling has compiled a 1,062 and 328 record since becoming the Bayside head coach in 1987. Bayside won state championships in 81, 82, and 84 before Schilling's tenure began. She coached the Lady Admirals to state championships in 1992, 93, 95, 96, 98, 99, and 2000 before starting the 9-year streak in 2002. Her 2010 team finished 56-14, and her 2009 state champs were 50-17. Congratulations. We'll be back with more Inside the AHSAA in just a moment.
Style points don't show up in the box score. Talking a good game has never won a championship. And we're sorry to break it to you. It's not the shoes. It's the work, the pride, the blood, and the tears. Because Russell's wicking sweat out of the equation. Russell Dry Power Moisture wicking tees and fleece. The next evolution in over 100 years of raw performance.
Welcome back to Inside the AHSAA. Wetumpka High School quarterback Jamal Golden was named the 29th recipient of the Alabama Sports Writers Association Mr. Football Award last week at a luncheon hosted by the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame at the Birmingham-Jefferson Convention Complex. Golden, a 6-foot, 185-pound quarterback, was a 3-year starter for the Indians. Also chosen the 6A Back of the Year by the AHSAA, Golden guided Wetumpka to a 10-2 record this past season and the Region 4 championship. Golden was honored in December as the Gatorade Player of the Year for Alabama as well. He was chosen to the AHSAA 6A All-State team at quarterback and was also selected as a member of the AHSAA Super 12 All-State team. Golden finished with 222 points in the voting by the 22-member AHSAA Football Committee. Spanish Ford offensive lineman Reese Dismukes edged out Russellville running back Brent Callaway for second with 190 points. Callaway had 184, followed by Leeds defensive back Jonathan Rose with 145 and Leroy wide receiver Sammy Coates with 141. Golden, currently a Georgia Tech commitment, accounted for 3,477 yards, total offense, and 37 touchdowns as a senior and compiled more than 6,200 yards and 63 touchdowns in the last 2 seasons. He rushed for 1,148 yards and 14 touchdowns in 12 games while passing for 2,351 yards and 23 touchdowns this season. He led the Indians in their first quarterfinal playoff appearance since 1996 in the school's 3rd season in the last 4 years with 9 wins or more. Wetumpka's Golden becomes the 8th quarterback in the last 10 years to win Mr. Football and is the 4th from the Montgomery area. Others include quarterback Larry Smith of Prattville, tight end Gorman Thornton of Jeff Davis, and running back Larry Ware of Montgomery in 1986.
After the final ball has flown, and the final catch made, and the last screaming fan has left the stadium, the ball is passed from one team member to the next so the players can sign their names. But of all the names, there is one on that ball that is perhaps the most important. That name is Wilson. Good luck this season.
Welcome back to Inside the AHSAA. Last week, Elissa VandeWaa of Spanish Fort turned in a state record-tying performance in the Lady Toros 93-28 girls basketball victory over Vigor. Ms. VandeWaa had 21 steals and 18 assists to go with her 20-point effort. The 18 assists tied a state record. On Thursday, January 13, 2011, Elissa tied the state record by Jenny Heaton of Baker in the 96-97 season for assists in a single game. Her 21 steals were also just two shy of the record 23 set by Wanda McDaniel of Speake during the 92-93 season. VandeWaa is a 5'6" senior guard for the Lady Toros, who are 13-6 heading into Friday night's Class 5A contest at Gulf Shores. Also last Friday, Brantley's Lady Bulldogs ended top-ranked and defending Class 1A state champion J.F. Shields' 42-game winning streak with a 58-47 win at Brantley. The Bulldogs, 17-3, lost a week earlier to the Lady Bulldogs of Herbert Blackman, 51-50. Shields, which had last lost in the finals of the 2009 Class 1A state tournament at BJCC, rebounded to beat McKenzie and is now 14-1 heading into this weekend's games. Several county tournaments are concluding, weather permitting, including the Jefferson County Tournament at Pleasant Grove's new high school and the Calhoun County Tournament being held at Jacksonville State's Pete Matthews Stadium. The Coleman County Tournament tips off next week at Wallace-Huntsville. Several county tournaments are concluding, weather permitting, including the Jefferson County Tournament at Pleasant Grove's new high school and the Calhoun County Tournament being held at Jacksonville State's Pete Matthews Stadium. The Coleman County Tournament tips off next week at Wallace-Huntsville. Basketball fans who have been going stir-crazy due to the weather that postponed so much prep basketball in North Alabama last week can now start catching up. So go out and catch a game. If you aren't sure where to go, one of these county tournaments would be a great place to start. Until next week, this is Luke Robinson saying thanks for joining us on Inside the AHSAA.